Well, good morning, guys. This morning came in to work, and we're going to go ahead and try and figure this unit out. The one we had tried to regen, but we were unsuccessful. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start with the basics, dude. I'm going to go ahead and remove those temperature probes on the DPF, clean them out. I'm going to make sure that that differential pressure sensor on this DPF is functioning, and I'm going to try the regen again. If after I do all this it still fails, then the only other thing that the other thing I'm going to check is, of course, that metering block. So let's see what fails, and let's see if we can actually get this one to function or work. So let me go ahead and get started, guys. Well, guys, we're under the unit, and this is your tube for your back pressure sensor, the one behind this the DPF filter, and this is a temperature probe at the end of the DPF filter. We have another one before the DPF, and then we have another differential pressure connector and probe, and then we have another probe in front of this. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all three temperature probes, clean them out, and make sure these tubes are not clogged up. And then we'll go ahead and go up there and rescan and test this unit and see what it does. Well, guys, as you can see, we removed this probe and see that it's bent. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this probe here, and I'm going to go ahead and get to the next one and see how that one looks. So this one's going to get replaced. Well, guys, let me get this differential pressure tube out of the way. Let me see if it's clogged. Well, guys, this one was plugged up. I went ahead and just pushed the carbon deposits down, sprayed a little bit of brake cleaner in there just to rinse it off real quick, and this tube is clean. This tube is not clogged. The little carbon cap was on this side. So let me go ahead and put this back on there, and we'll move forward to the other one that's in front of the DPF filter. Alright, so let me go ahead and move the camera forward and get started on the next one. Well, guys, there's a DPF. We just clean out that differential pressure tube, and that little temperature probe at the back we replaced. So let me go ahead and make sure that this inlet for the differential pressure is clean, and get that temperature probe, check that one out, and then there's another one in front of that. For the differential pressure tube, we use a 15 millimeter, and for your temperature probe you use a 1/2 inch or 13. There's that. Well guys, we got these probes cleaned, and well, let me go ahead and start the sucker up and see what it does. Well guys, I'm going to go ahead and set up the scanner, go ahead and connect. I'm going to manually fire up that metering block and make sure that it is injecting fuel into the DPF filter. So I'm going to run a couple of tests real quick and figure out find out if everything is functioning the way it's supposed to before I try to do another regen. Let's see what happens. Well, we're connected guys. Let me go ahead and start the testing procedures. First of all, I'm going to run that actuator test one more time. And that fuel doser, the metering block, seems to be functioning fine. So I'm going to go ahead and run a regen, and well, hopefully that little probe was the only issue with this unit, and hopefully the regen actually goes through and actually temperatures do rise on this one. So let me go ahead and try it out guys. On this one I have to do a standard test first. After we run that standard test, we can go ahead and perform the regen. That was our standard test. So now, let's go ahead and do our onboard filter cleanliness test, and we'll find out if this is going to work in the next, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. So let me go ahead and let this run on its own. We'll come back to this one, check on the temperatures, and hopefully everything works. If it does, I'll go ahead and show you guys how the temperatures and all that work. Well guys, on this one, temperatures seem to be climbing, so let's hope for the best on this one. Well guys, it's not there yet, but it's already at 410, so seems to be climbing. Oh, let's continue waiting. We'll hope for the best. Well guys, after checking all the system, I checked the doser injector, I checked the metering block, I checked the temperature probes, I checked the back pressure, the differential pressure sensor. I mean, basically I checked everything, and everything seems to be functioning fine. So on this one, I think it's going to be a reprogramming issue, because I got the code that says DPF, it's a fault. So I think on this one guys, I mean, it was I'm going to have to go into the sessions programming and program the ECM to recalibrate the soot levels on the DPF filter. This unit, I believe, doesn't have an issue with, it's not an electrical issue. I mean, it's some kind of a glitch. So I'm going to go ahead and reprogram that computer to reset the soot levels on the DPF filter. And well, I mean, as soon as they take this bus out for a ride, it'll take like 10 minutes. The computer will re-estimate the soot levels and the ash and the DPF, and it'll give it a percentage number. So let me go ahead and reset this thing. Go up to the sessions little tab, hit that, you go down to programming, you hit that, wait a bit. I mean, it takes a little bit for it to actually kick in. I'm going to turn this unit off. I mean, there's no need for the engine to be running. Okay, and here it says after treatment reset request, no request, and then CDPF reset request. You have to put yes on there. Once you put yes, hold on. Well, after you guys choose yes, come up here. It says program engine. Hit that. Are you sure? Yes. Programming, cycle key. Cycle key. We're done. And right now the DPF soot levels are going to be at 0. Hold on one second. Test. After treatment. Onboard cleanliness. Yep. Soot load 0%. DPF soot load threshold 0.23%. So guys, let's go ahead and I'm waiting for the computer to boot up. Sorry about the glare, the sun's glare. I gotta move the computer. Well guys, we're on, and hold on, let me go ahead and raise this bar up a bit so that we can see. According to this, there we go. TC1 top signal auto range, it's healing. DPF regeneration are occurring too frequently. AFT fuel injector not responding. AFT fuel pressure too excessively high. Intake throttle valve short circuit. And change engine oil. Unknown DTC. And ETP does not agree with commanded position. That one's got 7 active ones. So, well guys, we got this set up. So, first thing we got to do is test. Key on engine running. Standard test. Let it go through. Okay, that one kind of went through. So next thing we do is, okay, go to test again. Key on engine running after treatment. And DPF, filter cleanliness. And of course, I mean, we're using NED, guys. It's the NED program, so I mean, I'm not sure if other programs from Snap-on or Matco or whatever are the same, but we're using the NEDs. It's the one the International Navistar dealership provided for us, or sold us. So I'm going to run a regen, and we'll see what happens. Set up our temperatures. It's already at 350, so if everything works, we should be in regen mode in, I don't know, maybe the next 5-7 minutes. You'll see those temperatures hit 1,000, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I'll come back when it's closer to going into regen mode. So let me go ahead and, there it went up to 383. It's been like maybe 45 seconds since I started, maybe a minute. So let me give it a little more time and I'll come back to this one. And temperature's still climbing. I mean, it's a little slower than what I would have wanted, but I mean, it is climbing, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it be and just wait for another 5 minutes, give or take, and hopefully it'll reach the temperature that that we need by that time. So it's barely gonna jump. It's 396, so it should be at 400 in a couple of minutes, a little bit. So let me go ahead and continue. Well, guys, temperature started going back down. So on this one, we do have an issue. Well, guys, as you can see on this one, temperature, instead of going up, it started climbing down, and it's keeping a 390, maybe 400 degree. It's not gonna go do that regen, and the issue with this one is let me turn off the bus so you guys can hear me. Okay, on this one here, guys, it's never gonna perform that regen. Temperatures are never going to go up because this little intake valve is burnt out. Remember at first when we checked it, said that thing was shorted out. I thought it was a glitch. It could have been a glitch, so I kind of decided to clean that injector nozzle and try it, but we just found out that this little intake valve is shorted out. So because of this one here, it is not going to go into regen. So I'm going to have to order that little valve. And on this one, I know it's another unsuccessful video. We didn't actually get the unit to run, but we did find out what's causing the issue. We did some work on it, clean out that nozzle, and try to run that regen, and found out what was causing it not to function properly or have very limited power. So all we can do on this is order the part and wait till we get it. I will come back to this with guys and show you what actually happens after we replace it, see if it works or not. Well, guys, like and comment.